All right, and we are starting now.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? So, for those of you watching at home, good morning or evening, I guess. There's a lot of time zones represented here. And welcome to your NSL semifinal match between Undefined and WeSports. Just so you know, we had Undefined claiming their 10-minute tolerance period, so our pre-game show will be a little bit longer today. So let me start by introducing today's casters as I quickly fix my overlay. Alright, there we go. So, hello, welcome to the digital casting booth, the virtual casting booth, my favorite place in the whole wide world. I go by Kahakili on the internet. I am one of the head admins of NSL. I have a YouTube channel, should be tagged in the description. And today I am joined by our lovely admin Kudo. If you want to just introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Kudo. I'm just gonna be co-casting today with Eugene.
Cool, yeah.
I'm pretty hyped for this match.
Me
I mean,
too.
this is the two powerhouse teams in the playoffs here.
Yeah, you're telling me. They both have very stacked rosters, so I'm going to quickly go over the bracket. How we got to today's point seems to be tradition at this point. So, let me just show the bracket real quick. Yep, so here's just a quick summary for those of you who haven't been keeping up with NSL lately. Round 1 of playoffs, we had, in this half of the bracket, Team Pirates and Atlas going against each other. Atlas winning in a 3-2 upset until going up against esports, and WeSports taking a commanding victory there and brought us to the semifinals where we are today. Meanwhile, Undefined's story is a little shorter. Round 1, we had Enosis and Vidney fighting off against each other, Vidney claiming a 3-2 victory there, meeting Undefined in the quarterfinal, being promoted to the quarterfinal through the group stage, and then Undefined taking a commanding victory. That's actually the story for both teams today. Both teams won their respective groups first place in the group stage, which just goes to show how much of a powerhouse both teams really are. And so it's going to be really exciting to see this match in particular versus the match we had yesterday, where both teams actually didn't win their groups and had to fight through an extra round of playoffs to get to the semifinal. If you didn't watch the stream yesterday, No Mercy won in a very close 3-2 finish. So the winner of today's match will go up against No Mercy in the grand final next week. But the loser isn't out just yet. The loser will have a chance to claim some prize money and some recognition by fighting in the bronze match against Stormbreaker TCF. So that's how we got to today's point. And yeah, so I guess now we can talk a little bit about what we can expect to see today.
Yeah, yesterday's match was down to the wire, set 5, game 5, and No Mercy did end up taking that. And today, I mean, we talk about the stacked teams, right? But it seems like a lot of the big names here aren't actually here, except for Nate, of course. But like people like Ruben, Lucas, Rolex. I think there's one other that I'm forgetting, but they are not here for WeSports. It's just going to be Rin, and I believe Sudi is on their team as well. And on the other side, Undefined has Nate. Nate is here. Asaf is not here. But people like old names like Shadow, Larry, Trainer Rain. I haven't seen Trainer Rain in a long time. I thought he stopped playing, but glad to see him back here.
Yeah, and I mean, we do have 10 minutes for these people to start filtering in, but I understand a lot of the big pros are a little bit busy with CRL, whether it be watching or even playing in it today.
Yeah.
Not necessarily NSL isn't their priority today.
Yeah, for sure. They'd probably be curious about who's winning CRL right now. I do believe Asaf was eliminated yesterday.
Ooh.
So he's probably just going to be watching.
Yeah, that's the sportsman-like thing to do. So we probably won't be seeing any Asaf gameplay today here. So that means we get a chance to see some of the underdogs perform in these powerhouse teams today and give them a chance to see the spotlight.
Yeah, and of course, like if we talk about the first set, my favorite set 2v2, I believe Undefined usually plays like Lucario and one other guy. I'm not sure who it is, but no Lucario yet. So very curious to see who they send out.
Yeah. And
And on the other side, Wii Sports pretty much like their team is just stacked, so they can put anybody for 2v2 really.
yeah. So, as we get a little closer to the match start time in 7 minutes now, let me just quickly remind everyone what the format for today's match will be. And I actually made the infographic for this. I'm very proud of myself. So, we will start off today's match with a 2v2 best of 3 set. There will be one global ban per team in this set. And what's interesting is, as we learned yesterday, teams do have the option to opt to not ban a card. You saw that coming out of Wii Sports in the best of 5 set. What are your thoughts on such a play?
You mean not banning a card?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at first it may seem like a dumb move, but I think if you're somebody who's very versatile and you don't mind, there isn't a card that you specifically don't like going against. You just open up the space more for you, right? So then being there only like one banned card, that just opens up a lot more decks that you can play, and you're not really worried about what your opponent can't play.
Yeah, so I find that very interesting. So that's the 2v2 set. It's a best of 3. And then you have the 3 versus 3 King of the Hill. For those of you who are unfamiliar with how Clash Royale esports works, hi, welcome. But basically, it's going to be each team nominates 3 players, and then they play against each other, like player 1 versus player 1. And then the loser gets eliminated from the lineup, and the last team with players remaining wins the set. So it's essentially first to 3 points, best out of 5. Sure. Then you have the 1v1 best of 3 duel set. It's CRL format duels, so it's 2 players best of 3, no card repeats in each game. And then you have my personal favorite set of all time, the 3 versus 3 best of 1 duel. It's just like a normal duel, but each game is played by entirely different people. And there are no card repeats between teammates. So, like, in game 1, it'll be player 1 versus player 1. In game 2, it'll be player 2 versus player 2. So, no person plays more than one time. And it requires a lot of communication between teammates to make sure that the deck
Yeah.
pool is open.
Yeah, exactly. I also like that set because it requires communication and a lot of like versatility. Some people like to play certain decks, so then you got to give up your cards for them. And we actually just got Lucas. Lucas just joined the clan.
Oh, crap. Yeah, this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, okay, we can definitely expect to see Lucas in 2v2 because that's what he used to play in CRL anyway. He might play with Sudi, maybe.
Yeah.
And on the other side, I just realized the one of the players on Undefined, I think his name is Sione. He has a number 8 badge, a number 8 finish in 2v2 League. So that is really, really impressive.
Yeah, and in previous games, we saw Sayoni absolutely dominate in the 2v2 set. So,
Oh, with Lucario?
yeah, so really earning that badge.
Oh, okay.
And then finally, the last set is 1v1 best of 5, 1 global ban per team. Apparently, not a lot of teams realize that they do, in fact, have a global ban that they can use. Because I remember we spent like 5 whole minutes being confused, having a collective aneurysm, because they were like, "Are you sure we did a ban?" Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I
Have we
wrote the
had
sets.
have we had any teams ban tower troops before or not yet?
Not that I've seen. I know it's happened a couple of times off stream.
I would assume
And
they banned the Death Tower.
yeah, and it might happen today because people were asking about it in the match channel today.
Right.
And yeah, so speaking of bans, before we can talk about what we're going to expect to see as well as deck pool goes, let's remind everyone what we're not going to be seeing today. So, because Vines was just released and it's currently broken, we're going to follow the regular protocol for newly released cards and not allow it for use until the end of this in-game season, which effectively means it's banned for the rest of this NSL season as well, right? So we are not going to be seeing any Vines gameplay, and thank goodness, Vines is toxic. Yesterday we did have someone accidentally use Vines in a game, so that was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean I linked
Honestly,
the
I don't
YouTube?
think anybody realized it until like halfway.
Yeah, hold on. Did I do a fucky wucky? No, I very clearly linked to YouTube. I don't know what DJE's talking about. It's
Hmm.
working. Oh, did I forget to hit go live? No, it's live. Yeah, that's weird. I linked to YouTube a few times, and I don't know what DJE's on about right now. Some alleged issues. Okay, yeah, DJE's just yelling at me for something that's not my fault. Classic. Alright, back to the gameplay here, since I do have to keep it on this Discord screen if I want the overlay to work. So yeah, we're not going to be seeing any Vines gameplay, and we are also not going to be seeing Evo Baby Dragon. That's also banned for the rest of this in-game season. Unevolved Baby Dragon is fine, but not the Evo. And so with all that, we are almost ready to start the match. This time, thank goodness, I am not reffing. That's going to be Melody's job.
And I'm very curious to see what they ban in 2v2 because yesterday's match, both of them banned spells being lightning and poison.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I mean, we might see similar bans today, but who knows?
Yeah, and what's interesting is in 2v2 sets, you normally see some of the more toxic cards getting banned, like Lava Hound, Giant Skeleton, Tornado, even.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the floodgates were pretty much open yesterday, and that was insane to watch.
I think ever since the tornado nerf, it's been less banned in every single league in 2v2.
Yeah, I noticed that. But yeah, we still saw some pretty good Oh god, no. I just spilled coffee on my desk. No.
Oh. It looks like it's going to be Trainer, Rain, and Sione for Undefined.
Interesting, not Lucario. Okay.
I mean, yeah, Lucario's not here for some reason.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be Trainer Rain and Sayoni. This is gonna be a dominant duo, I can already tell.
Yeah, Trainer Rain used to be like an E-Giant one trick, I remember. And then Sione I've not heard of, but his profile is very, very, very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Sayoni in action. He's great. It's too bad we don't get to talk to the players themselves so we can get into their mindset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of it in semi-pro is going to boil down to nerves today. This is the semifinal. There's a lot riding on this. Alright, got a couple more minutes left for them to send their lineups. Shut up, Adobe Creative Cloud. I don't want to update you.
Yeah, I guess they're just deciding who Lucas is going to play with.
Yeah. We'll find out. Meanwhile, while we wait, hi chat, how's it going? Oh, Melody's in chat. Hi, Melody. Watching the stream while laughing. Good call. Melody's talking about how you and him were a great 2v2 duo. Can you comment a little bit on that?
Oh, don't remind me of that. He's got to be being sarcastic with that.
Okay, Lucas and Rin, and they're banning Royal Chef.
Yeah. Smart ban here, and an interesting banning Goblin Giant. I mean,
They
okay, well,
both
they
don't
did it.
want to see the deck.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say if they're banning Chef, I don't think banning Goblin Giant would even matter because they're not gonna use it anyway. But they banned it at the same time, so there's no way DK could have saw that coming.
Yeah, no. They were talking about banning Tower Troops in the Discord.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, thank God we won't see that deck anymore, or at least for this set.
Yeah. Instead, we're gonna see Goblin Machine Meta Knight Ram Rider.
Oh, really? Is that a thing?
They played that no less than every game in 2v2 set yesterday.
Oh, damn.
Oh no. There is some.
I think you can, right? I remember reading you don't have to put it
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah,
message.
they
You
don't have to
can.
put it in the same message. And Melody
Yeah,
not
I
accepting that
actually read the
BS
rule.
for a second. Good call. Yeah, I will say WeSports has been an absolute powerhouse, but you can definitely tell they're not used to playing in a league such as ours.
Mm-hmm.
There have been some clashes with management.
And I don't like even if you can name a ban afterwards, it doesn't even matter. Like nobody's gonna play Goblin
And
Giant when Chef.
also, that was a chat silence violation because it wasn't even a manager.
Oh yeah.
So, Melody, if you want to issue a chat silence warning in clan chat, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. Everyone refs differently. Oh, shut up, Sayoni. Oh my god. Why is clan chat falling apart already? Alright, we are going in the game now.
All right. Lucas and Rin versus Sione and Trainer Rain.
Yep, Sayoni and Trainer Rain for Undefined at the top of your screen. Lucas and Kun for, or to me, Rin for WeSports at the bottom of your screen.
Zap cycled here, Fire Spirited Pressure. Could be Drill here.
Yeah, I
Although
wouldn't put it
Drill
past them.
isn't typically. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I've seen a few drills in 2v2 lately, so wouldn't put it past them. Although with the giant skeleton, might even be some wacky graveyard deck.
For Wii Sports?
Yeah. Because
I think
don't
with
know.
the Fisherman and Monk, it might be just RG.
Maybe, yeah. Sorry, I'm a little traumatized after TCF's graveyard addiction.
Oh, yeah. I remember yesterday there was like double Mother Witch and they still somehow got damaged. That was unbelievable.
I know. Okay, good, solid defense by Undefined, and they're now retaliating with a graveyard of their own. Ice Wizard gonna come down to defend that spawn damage, doing a good job of killing the majority of that push. However,
Yeah, and Undefined playing pretty aggressive here. Like, they didn't even have that big of a push. They just went in with Lumberjack Graveyard.
yeah, yet somehow they're still slightly ahead on Elixir. They have very economical defenses, followed by very punishing counter pushes, so if they keep up this momentum, they should have no problem taking it.
Yeah, maybe they just wanted to force out some cards, see what Lucas and Rin have.
That's a good amount of chip damage from that Inferno Dragon, actually. Just growing the lead.
And I believe Lucas actually played this in game 1 of 2v2 against Atlas Esports. Like, there's something similar to this. I remember the mini P.E.K.K.A being in it. And interesting to find already calling good game.
Yeah, Undefined gets a free win for this game.
Wait. Oh, Evil Baby Dragon. I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm. So, the rest of this game doesn't matter as Undefined claims a free win for game number 1. Good stuff.
And yeah, I mean, you hate to see it, and you hate to see it start off like that, but
just a little oopsie doopsie there.
Yeah, but not to worry. I mean, if anybody can come back and make the reverse sweep, it's going to be Lucas and.
Yeah, so Melody, make sure to say that in clan chat so they don't yell at you. And if they do yell at you, I'll step in and yell at them. Nobody yells at my admins. Period. Yeah, sorry, when I'm the lead of staff, I get very protective of said staff.
And quite an interesting deck from Sione and Trainer Rain. I have not seen that variation before.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got two strange spirits, right? The Heal Spirit you typically see in like Goblin Giant decks. The Fire Spirit you typically see in Drill decks, but both of them here working in Balloon and Graveyard. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. So it looks like Trainer Rain was running a typical Graveyard deck after all. Just a Baby Dragon Lumberjack Cage. So Splash Yard, but instead of Ice Wizard, it's E-Wizard. And instead of Mini Pecker, it's Lumberjack. And then meanwhile, his partner Sione, Magnite Balloon. So two decks that you don't think would have much synergy actually came together pretty well.
Yeah, like...
Except it didn't even matter, so ha.
And honestly, I think Musketeer is super, super underrated in 2v2.
I agree.
Like, yes, it can be spelled off, but the damage that it does is just really, really, really strong.
Given how long it's taken for WeSports to send their... Oh, never mind. As soon as I say something, here it comes. Yeah, as I was about to say, they must be having to change up their entire deck strategy because they forgot about the bans.
Honestly, I would not be surprised to see Lucas run RG again. I don't think he's the type of person to switch win conditions off of that kind of mistake.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sione for the slight BM at the beginning there. Well played. You used the banned card. Now can we actually play the video game? Is how I would interpret that.
It's both teams kind of leaking here, cycling some cards.
Yeah. Undefined leaking considerably more at the moment.
And there we go, Fisherman, so very likely they're going to be playing RG again.
Meanwhile, the Golden Knight signifies that RG is not quite out of the question for Undefined either, but it's the Evo Inferno, so... Could be Balloon, could be Graveyard.
Oh, Evil Cannon. Interesting.
Huh.
Oh wait, Executioner. Okay, so they put Executioner instead of Baby Dragon.
Smart.
And here we go, RG push in for WeSports.
In the first half of the match. Freaky Cage gonna do a good job of countering that.
Only and RG barely just...
Ooh, guards up high to stop that Golden Knight dash.
And that's a great defense, countering all of that with just 3 Elixir.
Yeah, good stuff. And then the Skeletons to stop that chip damage from the Fire Spirit. They don't want to have their tower even chipped or scraped or anything.
For a second, I thought the Fire Spirit was going to tank for the egg, and then the egg would have spawned, but...
Maybe that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just didn't pull it off. That would have been some high-level gameplay.
So, still kind of confused on what Undefined is playing. It does look like RGS, but oh, it's E-Giant, okay.
Of course, yeah. Now, what's his teammate playing? Alright, here comes the RG spam that we all know and love.
Monk at the bridge here, gonna be a nuisance for that Evo Wizard. Probably gonna pop the ability to break NATO.
No connections for any of those RGs, by the way. Amazing defense by Undefined. Still
Yeah, but they're
getting...
back to another one.
Yeah, and they're still getting chipped by a bunch of stray projectiles, too.
Can the Evo Inferno... Oh, it gets one shot.
You hate to see it if you're an Undefined fan right now.
Oh, wait. They double dropped on the spells. That's a
Uh-oh.
mistake there by Undefined.
They're about to be punished for it.
Honestly, that might have been a strategy because when it comes to these good players, they have insanely fast reaction time. So then maybe Lucas, I don't like this could be a stretch, but maybe they purposely put it close together to bait out a fast reaction, and then they both double dropped.
Maybe. Either way, it is still pretty much neck and neck right now.
Monk ability probably going to come off here. And Undefined just can't do anything about this Executioner.
Yeah, they're having such a hard time breaking through. They can only hope that they can find a gap in WeSports defense going into triple here.
Yeah, and it looks like Trainer Rain still has not shown his last card. It could just be another E-Giant. Gonna have to NATO here.
Though, if they relived 2016 and went Rocket.
Oh, that would be great. That'd be great. Here we go. Another bridge battle here. Probably gonna be won by WeSports. Yeah, Executioner, Monk, NATO. This is just.
Yeah,
but they are getting some.
Just not enough.
Wait, there's only one big spell here for WeSports, so if it does come out, yeah, if it does come down to a spell cycle game, it is going to be WeSports in danger. But oh man, 2 RGs, can they stop this? Cannon's back in cycle.
Oh boy.
Fireball cycle. Wait, oh my god, they could
300
lightning down.
Oh my gosh, this is
no, it's not enough.
If they can cycle another spell, no, it's not happening.
Wow. What
as
a close game.
WeSports takes the second point and puts themselves back on the scoreboard after that little oopsie in the beginning.
And now it's going to be interesting to see if WeSports is going to switch up their deck, because I think Undefined is going to try to prepare for another RG.
Yeah, I think so. That would only make sense.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one of them just puts in Monk. Because
maybe.
Having both Golden Knights, like, you just can't get to the NATO, XC, Ice Wizard, all that splash.
Yeah, and it seems that WeSports is pretty good at countering all those Golden Knights with the cheap stuff at the river.
Yeah.
Which, I have to ask, why did Undefined keep trying to use the Golden Knight dash, knowing full well that it would be countered by one Elixir? I would just not use the dash, let them play their skeletons at the bridge out of fear, and then save that Elixir and use it later.
Yeah, I think it comes down to those mind games, right? I don't know, like you're right. They could just save it and then press it maybe last second when the skeletons die.
Yeah. Alright, as the request comes out for the third game of the set, yeah, how's this new overlay of not showing clan chat unless we're in a game?
Pretty good.
I think that
Pretty
works. I watch too much Rich Slayton lately.
Has he been uploading?
Has he been uploading? No.
Oh, no. You mean like the old games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, just waiting for that last person in WeSports to get in there.
Here we go. Game number 3 of set 1.
Set point, both teams. And just a reminder for those of you just tuning in, it'll be Lucas and Rin for WeSports at the bottom of your screen. Sayoni and Trainer Rain for Undefined at the top of your screen.
And here we go. They're switching it up. No more RG.
thank goodness.
At least for WeSports, there's no more RG. It could very well be RG for Undefined.
Is Undefined copying WeSports homework?
Although, I have to say, if I was afraid WeSports would play RG again, I probably wouldn't play RG just because, like, I would be afraid that we would lose the RG mirror matchup just because the pros are more experienced with it.
Hmm. And who knows? It could be that wacky giant skeleton graveyard deck that TCF debuted. You never know.
Maybe. And I believe they actually had double curse, right?
Yeah.
Which was really strange,
Yeah.
considering there's no
doesn't.
damage in.
Yeah. At that point, I think it was just for damage, like raw damage.
Yeah. Oh, wait, can they activate?
Oh, they
my
do.
god.
That was a
What
high
a
level
great
move.
activation.
Someone's been watching Abdude lately.
Yeah, great activation there, letting the E-Spirit reset it. And it looks like Undefined is just gonna kind of be a little stubborn here, calling their bluff. Just gonna play E-Giant again.
Interesting. With how popular buildings are in 2v2, I can't help but ask why E-Giant in 2v2.
Wait, there's something wrong with this. I think Rin is still playing RG, but then Lucas is playing like a spell cycle thing. Like Ice Wiz, NATO, Bomb Tower, Valkyrie, very...
So one person's actually playing the game, the other one is just supporting.
Oh, okay. It's still RG, that's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Lucas just put a lot more defensive troops in them.
Really complementing each other well, though. That's teamwork.
RG does sneak it in.
Undefined needs to hang on for dear life right now. Both King Towers are activated on WeSports this side. Good luck getting through.
Yeah, that King Tower activation was pretty much just the nail in the coffin there. I don't see how their E-Giant is ever going to break through.
The one time I can see Undefined getting damage is if WeSports somehow messes up their Fisherman placement.
Yeah, and like even then, look at what you have for WeSports. Ice Wiz, NATO, Bomb Tower, Evo, Valk, like with the Monk as well.
There is no connecting if you're a beatdown player right now.
Yeah. The only way they get damage is like with crazy Golden Knight connections. Oh, and a missed log.
Oh no, that's 2 hits.
RG gets 2 shots.
Here comes that Evo Inferno, also known as
they have to block
the other
Spirit,
win condition.
And they can't block the E-Spirit. Doesn't matter though. But the
yeah, that Evo
force out
Axie, NATO, that's gonna be rough. Yeah.
And what a good up here from Lucas, just playing extremely safe.
Yeah, they just need to defend now, so they're probably not going to go too crazy with it. They know they're ahead, they know when to put on the gas, and they know when to pump the brakes a little bit on their expenditure.
And I mean, look at that. E-Giant was just placed down at the bridge, and it didn't even barely cross, and it was already dead.
Yeah. The good news for Undefined at this point is not one pro cannot just go out and win the entire match because there is a limit of 2 sets per player.
Right.
So Undefined might have a shot when Lucas, how should I word it, times out, sets out.
There's the NATO, but Monk pushes everything back, so Golden Knight is going to be going nowhere. Wait, poison used on defense. This could be Undefined's chance to just get some spell damage.
Yeah, that Fisherman pulls the Giant Skeleton a little closer, but it doesn't matter with those King Towers. If Undefined had spelled down that Fisherman after the pull, maybe then it could have connected.
Oh, man.
But
and this is just game over. Double drop on the right. NATO, Evo Cage trying to do something.
Evo Cage doesn't even live long enough to pull in the RG. WeSports just being dominant in the 2v2 set entirely. The only time WeSports didn't win a point here is when they accidentally used a banned card.
Yeah, this is just rough. And I wonder if it would have been better if Lucario came, but we'll never know.
Maybe. that was still an incredible performance by WeSports. So yeah, they're going to take the 2-1 victory there. Now it's time for 3v3 Chain of the Hill. Lineups are forthcoming. I wonder if either team is going to end up using their timeout today. Yesterday they didn't, which I found a little odd. Like, you'd think when it's set 5, game 5, you'd want your players to take a break and recuperate.
Yeah, no timeouts were taken yesterday.
Yeah. So just a reminder to any teams watching, you have a timeout, use it. Right? Helps with the nerves.
For sure, I mean... Yeah, there's no, like, there's no downsides to having a timeout, I don't think. Oh, and... Wow, Lucario comes just a little bit late. I'm sorry, man, but you guys lost the 2v2 set.
Oof. Yeah, a little late there, bud. Oh, they're just complaining because the in-game timer's not accurate. Yeah, I would just count it out in my head. That's the little timer argument that's going on right now. Go back into the VC. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, very dominant play by Seoni. And no, not Seoni Trainer Rain. Lucas and Rin. Evo Exy just being absolutely diabolical.
Yeah, and did they I guess they changed up their decks. Undefined, only one of them had E-Giant because they realized having 2 E-Giants was pretty much useless. If one of them was going to break through, then none of them was going to break through. But still ended up being kind of useless, especially when Lucas changed his deck to like a extremely slow stalling deck.
Yeah, no, I need to fix my overlay ability. Because when I look into Discord, your picture goes audio semido briefly, and it's covered up by Discord chat. That's on me. Okay, here come the lineups. So WeSports is going to be running Veli Pelli, Saudi, and Titan. Can't say I've seen any of those names before. And then Undefined is going to be running Shadow, Stephen, and Trainer Rain again. So we are not going to see any Trainer Rain after this set.
And a soft, I guess, is just a sub in case he comes.
And True Red and True Blue have switched, so now Undefined will be at the bottom of your screen for this game. We switch True Red and True Blue after every set, just so that it can be a little more fair. And yeah, I know we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but I think it's really cool how we tell people they're going to be True Blue or True Red, so that if they are inclined to learn the specific True Red, True Blue interactions, they can use them intentionally and have that knowledge without having to test it first.
And it's kind of funny, Undefined, these 3 players are like the one-trick trio here. Shadow was a miner, like a Giant Skelly Loon main. Stefan is a goat of Splash Yard, and Trainer Rain was the E-Giant one trick.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the one-trick trio is fucking hilarious. What a name. Oh, we're in. Pay attention, me. Alright. So, once again, for those of you just tuning in, and for you VOD watchers out there, it's going to be Shadow for Undefined at the bottom of your screen, and Veli Pelli for WeSports at the top of your screen. Do you recognize any of WeSports' roster? For this set?
I only know Veli Pelli because I was spectating another playoff game where he played in, but oh wait, Saudi I know. He's a Egyptian, I believe he plays on Team Egypt, and he's like a mortar main. And then Titan sounds familiar. I think he was in CRL before, but I cannot remember what he plays.
Got you, got you. So there are no card bans in the set, so the deck pool is completely open, aside from Evo Baby Dragon and Vines. So it's really up to the players what they want to play. And it looks like Shadow's running Giant Skeleton Minor Evo Wizard. Okay.
Yeah, looks. I mean, I'm hoping it's Loon. That because yep, there it
Yep,
is.
there it is.
That's his. It's his comfort.
And because it's a semi-pro, it's not like sniping is going to be very common. Because there's so many players. Good luck keeping up with all of them when statistics aren't readily available. So one-tricking isn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and while it may look bad right now for Shadow, because, you know, you see the Zappies, you see the Ice Wizard, you see the Goblin Gang, but, I mean, Minor Evo Zap will do pretty nice against it.
Yeah. And that Minor comes out on defense now. Veli Pelli slightly ahead on damage.
However, it is important to note that Veli Pelli has the arrows for the minions, which is super frustrating.
And guards can't even bait them out anymore since they don't die to arrows.
Yeah, Fisherman here to pull in that bowler, and Evo Wizard going to be on the left here, so it's not going to be able to get that Evo skeleton. That's his Zap here. Evo Zap.
Yep,
misses one skeleton, but that's okay.
But now that Evo Zap can't be used on offense, which is a little unfortunate.
Wait, that was a bad mortar.
Oh,
wait, Balloon's going to come up here.
No building.
He has to Zappies, but then the Wizard's going to... Oh no, the Wizard's lock on the bowler.
Yeah. The Giant Skeleton.
Minor.
Oh, it still connects.
Zap? Oh, the Zap didn't
quite get that second hit. But now the Wizard's on the tower, getting hella damage right now.
And Shadow just pouring it off. He knows. He knows his opponent is low on elixir. Arrows are... Oh, that's going to be it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, easy.
Shadow.
As Undefined gets back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, wow. And I mean, what looked to be a mistake, having the Wizard on, not on the Skelly Bro side, ended up actually working out for Shadow because an insane push, just he couldn't, Veli Pelli couldn't get to the Wizard. Fisherman pulled in the bowler, and from there, he just started pouring it on.
Yeah. So really playing the long game for Undefined as Shadow keeps his streak alive. Going to be going up against Saudi for game number 2. So now the question remains, will Shadow keep using his comfort deck, or will we see some changes here?
Yeah, you know, I always wonder that, like, people who are known for one specific deck, I always wonder, like, why don't their opponents just snipe them, right? And it always comes down to those mind games where it's like, you think I'm going to use my favorite deck, so then you're going to try to counter it, but then you think they're not going to use it, but then they end up using it anyway. And I think Shadow's just gonna play Minor Loon again. That's just my guess.
Okay. Shadow did take a while to send that match request though, so maybe he did change a couple of things out.
Nah, it's the mind games. I think he did it on purpose.
He wants you to think that he changed his deck. But yeah, this is gonna be fun to see. We have 2 minutes for Saudi to hit accept there.
And yeah, when I talk about Saudi maining Mortar, I'm talking about exactly the one Veli Pelli just played, or not the exact one, but that type of variant where it's like the Mortar, arrows, Skelly King, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Alright. A few people trying to get into the match clan in ways that they're not supposed to be. As we are now going into the game. So it's going to be Shadow for Undefined at the bottom of your screen, Saudi for WeSports at the top of your screen. Game 2 of this 3v3 King of the Hill set. Shadow going for win number 2.
Yeah, so Shadow's going to be playing his main deck here.
Oh boy. Against Cannoneer Mortar, and you were talking about how Saudi likes to play Mortar.
Yeah.
So this
and
was expected.
Now, this all depends on if Saudi has another air card, like the Spirit Empress. If he just has Ice Wizard, I believe this recruits this matchup. This exact matchup was actually... Oh, he's got the Mother Witch.
Oh boy.
Wow. Wait, but the Mother Witch locks on the Skelly King.
That's probably not what Shadow wanted, not by a long shot.
Yeah, he's still alive, but definitely could have went better there.
Yeah. Probably a placement issue, if I had to guess what went wrong there. And we do
He's
see
got
the other air card.
So, yeah, Saudi definitely has a chance here because of those minions. I believe it was Sweep versus Riley yesterday in CRL, where Riley was playing Mortar, but he didn't have the minions, and that's why he couldn't get to the flying machine. And then he lost that one.
No, man. Mortar number 2 gonna be blocked by those Zappies for now. Gonna need something else to finish it off. Use some pigs.
Does Shadow have Fireball or Arrows, I wonder?
Hope he has at least one of those. Okay, this time the Mother Witch goes a little better.
Arrows is definitely more popular, yet, and there it is. And again, the Mother Witch just not getting on what Shadow wants it to get on.
I mean, getting it on Skelly King Skeletons isn't the most impactful
True.
thing in the world.
True, it's just going to be clone pigs. Wow, these recruits are getting so much damage.
Oh my god, that completely turned the game around for Shadow, who is now in a commanding lead in the last 30 seconds of regulation.
Here we go, though. I mean, Evo recruits are not in cycle. It's just going to be the normal recruits, and I don't even think he has the elixir for it. So this is going to be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, Evo Mortar can definitely change the momentum of a game. But it dies.
And now, a Cage trying to predict that Evo Skeleton Barrel, but it dies before it can even pop.
That's
and now,
too much for the Mother Witch to handle. Oh no.
Barb Barrel.
Oh no. That Barb Barrel didn't hit everything.
He's low on elixir, that's going to be it.
Bad. This is really bad for Shadow, as his streak ends with only one win. As we go 1-1 in this 3v3 Tinted Hill set, just by a couple of mismanaged elixir and misplaced Barb Barrels, it's now even.
Yeah, and you can see at the end of the game there when Shadow wanted to arrows so bad, but Saudi purposely didn't play the minions because he knew, like, I know you want arrows right now, so I'm going to wait until you arrows, and then I'll place my minions, and then you're just going to have nothing for them.
My gosh. These games are getting a little crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you expect out of these high-level players.
Yeah. I'm gonna go quickly grab some water, entertain the chat while I'm gone.
Alright. So here we go now. Our second one trick of the day. Stefan, the Splash Yard Goat, against Saudi, the Mortar God. I don't think Saudi is gonna repeat Mortar again. Actually, does Mortar do... Wait, his deck kind of counters Splash Yard, kind of. Because with the lightning arrows, lightning for the witch. Yeah, no, actually, he might just play the same deck again. If he knows that Stefan plays Splash Yard. Which I would assume everybody knows.
Alright, water has been grabbed. Real melody, real. So it's gonna be Steven versus Saudi for game number 3. This will be a fun one.
Yeah. And it's gonna come down to those mind games again. Is Stefan gonna play Splash Yard?
Well, we're about to find out. Stephen for Undefined at the bottom of your screen. Saudi for WeSports at the top. This will be game number 3 of 3v3 King of the Hill. Evo Furnace. Ew. Ever since we unbanned it, it's been so popular.
Wait, this is gonna be a Splash Yard mirror matchup, but one has Evo Furnace, and I think Stefan's gonna be running the Evo Witch and Knight, or no, maybe the Valkyrie.
Oh hey, here comes a graveyard now.
And there it is the Valkyrie. Yeah, I mean that was just really aggressive. Kind of strange there.
Yeah.
I think it's because he saw that Stefan uses poison, so he's like probably not gonna have anything on defense.
Yeah. Need to get damage now. Okay.
Wow, and better RNG here for Stefan.
Yeah, you do see the the defensive poison come out as well. But still, yeah, Graveyard is always fun to cast because it comes down to RNG a lot of the time. It is truly a win condition of all time.
Yeah, looking at the matchup, one of them has Furnace, one of them has Evo Valk. Which would you say has a slight edge here?
Oh gee, probably Evo Valk.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Not you quizzing me.
And also just the Ice Spirit from Stefan's side makes it a way faster cycle. He's going to be getting more poisons, more graveyards.
Oh, for sure. Oh.
Oh. Okay, not the Witch.
Interesting.
So it comes down to Knight versus Graveyard. No, I mean, no, sorry, not Graveyard. Knight versus Valkyrie. Block at the bridge here, but the Valkyrie is actually going to pull it in. Still not gonna go for the Graveyard. Oh, he is. What the hell?
But all the supporting troops are already dead. Poison's used up. Good luck.
Yeah, and wow, that only gets one hit from it. And we're gonna see a poison probably.
Not the stream
Yep,
lagging.
there it is.
Oh no. Okay.
Hold on though.
RNG
While we were
hits.
focused on the right, the Fire Spirit actually connected on the left, so it is
boy.
Saudi in the lead.
Wow. This is going to be really close.
As we head into overtime, though, I am going to give the slight edge to Stefan just because, I mean, he is a Graveyard main. He should know how to play this type of matchup.
Yeah.
He's probably played it 1,000 times.
Okay, Steven back in the lead. And now the Evo Furnace comes out. It's gonna be great for defending that graveyard. But
And Saudi's choosing to go same lane here. Despite, like, I mean, he's got more damage on this side, but...
Yeah, Steven's still in the lead.
Poison in on offense. So yeah, I think the strategy here is just like I think both players are going to be using their poisons on offense and not on defense.
Yeah, and now the name of the game is just to cycle through all of your stuff as fast as humanly possible.
Evo Val going to be great countering this graveyard.
Couple of RNG hits though.
Oh, that Fire Spirit almost connected.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, you know it's close when a single Fire Spirit connection makes a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, Furnace
Here we
does
go,
not
Saudi
lock
switching it
on
up.
the Berserker.
Wait, that's okay. That was almost getting a lot of damage here.
Still gets a fair amount. But I mean, yeah, Steven just
what
a better spell cycle overall.
And what a great block at the bridge there with the Berserker, so the Knight couldn't tank for it. Oh wait, Knight might get a shot here. He has to watch out.
Oh, he does.
Oh no, they got a shot. All of a sudden, Graveyard in on one end, Graveyard in on the other.
They're only
Evo
separated by...
defend.
Oh my god, the Evo Knight on the left. Hut has to come out for that. Emergency Hut.
Poison down on one side. I think Stefan's got this one.
Oh, for sure. But dang, that was... really close for a second there.
Yeah, Stefan proving why he is the splash guard GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he knows how to win a mirror matchup.
He better.
And wow, Evo Valkyrie was actually the hero there. You saw the Evo Valk clean up all the skellies from the graveyard, whereas Saudi had to go Ice Wizard, just not the best response there.
I agree. What the heck?
What does a 2-minute reset mean? Oh,
Basically, the manager's making up their own rules on the fly.
does it even matter? It was like 15 seconds.
It ultimately doesn't matter, but it's just, if you're an admin, you're rightfully a little annoyed at the WeSports management right now. But
like, if I remember correctly, I think Stefan canceled his request and then requested again after like 10
seconds. It doesn't matter. The 2 minutes is just to make sure that we don't sit here for hours waiting. The rules intentionally make the 2 minutes lax. But just, yeah, it's a thing. But either way, Stephen probably gonna run Splash Yard again if I had to guess. Might change a couple things up though. Maybe bring in that Evo Witch. Take out that Furnace.
Yeah, and the great thing about playing a certain archetype for so long is like you get to a point where it doesn't even matter if they try to pick a good matchup. Like you know how to play it because you've played it so many times. Unless they try to directly like 100-0 you, but that's a really big risk to take, and I don't think people are willing to go that far to make like a direct snipe.
Yeah. I don't think our league is big enough for people to start intentionally sniping. Alright, as we get into this game here, it's going to be Stephen for Undefined at the bottom of your screen, Titan for WeSports at the top. This is going to be
Stefan looking. Yep, Stefan looking to close things out here.
But can Titan keep his team alive?
Yeah, I've definitely seen Titan before somewhere. He might have even made it to World Finals before, and I forgot.
If that's the case, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, looking like Hog EQ here. And then RG on the opposite side.
Yeah, Stephen deviating from his usual archetype.
Ooh.
Yeah. I will say Cannoneer was the right choice against Hog EQ.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be... Actually, I don't know. Is Cannoneer better against... Because it one-shots Firecracker, that's for sure.
Yeah, one-shots Firecracker, kills Hog slightly faster. Deals with that Mighty Miner better. Only problem is it cannot handle skeletons.
I thought Titan was going to press the ability there, get some, like, 200 damage.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he tried and it just didn't proc in time.
Oh, and the Furnace range, wow.
Oh my god, that Mother Witch killed the Furnace. Sabotage, because you saw the Mother Witch push the Furnace in range of the tower. Yeah. That is sabotage.
Quick Fireball here on the Firecracker. And we're going to see an ability here to force out the opposing ability.
Yep. No damage on the tower.
But honestly, that might have helped him, because now you got the Mighty Miner going into the weak side tower.
Yeah, now you have Evo Furnace walking down now. That Firecracker's gonna pose a challenge unless you can somehow get rid of it. And boy does he try to get rid of it. He succeeds. Evo Cannon takes it out though. Finally a push.
Honestly, I think the biggest problem here is that Stefan's Mother Witch is absolutely useless in this matchup.
Yeah, like don't even bother playing it.
Like you have log EQ that kills it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my gosh, this is the weakness
already
of the
back.
Cannoneer right now. 2 skeletons and an ice spirit is very threatening.
Oh, an evil firecracker.
Oh no, it
That's it.
connects.
That's gonna be it.
It's so Jover right now. Yeah, not even close.
Titan keeping his team alive, and now we're gonna go to our final game here of this set.
I think I gave him the caster curse. Hey, Cannoneer has an advantage.
Trainer Rain. Oh man.
Ooh, 2 really goated players up against each other now for this last game of the set. So when I say it is anyone's game right now, oh my goodness. Okay, we got some intel from the chat. Apparently, Titan has played for WeSports for months and have gotten to the finals in a few major leagues, like SMCY, for example.
Oh, okay.
So, thank you, chat, for the insight. Now, Titan has 2 minutes to hop in there. And so, no matter what, this will be the last game if you didn't know. Gosh, by the end of this match here, I'm probably going to have to make me some tea and honey. Casting for 2 days straight is not for the weak.
Yeah, I mean, and you work on the graphics as well.
Yeah. So it's going to be Trainer Rain on the bottom of your screen, Titan at the top of your screen, Titan for WeSports, Trainer Rain for Undefined. Last game of Teen of the Hill. Wallbreaker. Oh no, that's not what you want to see if you're an Undefined fan right now. The Ice Spirit connects to the wrong thing and allows that Wallbreaker to connect on that right-hand tower.
Yeah, unfortunate series of...
No. Already
And
not a great start.
I'm not sure what Trainer Rain is running here.
Let's see. Ice Wizard, Lumberjack, Baby Dragon.
I don't know, it's like Golem. Or it could be Loon Freeze.
Oh, I hope it's Loon Freeze. There hasn't been enough Freeze in Semi-Pro. Like, you would think in a league that where people always run the deck, if you know, you know, you'd see some freeze action. But yeah, with Goblin Cage, might be Golem.
Yeah, I mean, it's from a meta perspective, definitely looks like Golem, but if you know Trainer Rain, it very well could be E-Giant too.
Please no. We already saw how poorly that went.
Okay, unintentionally actually helped, like, kind of countered the wall breakers there.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it gets a couple of hits, but not the worst case scenario against Evo wall breakers. And the King Tower is now activated, so that's going to be a big help.
Yep, and good minor placement to avoid that King Tower help.
Thank you, stream, for freezing again. Appreciate that technology.
Only one... Wait. Am I tripping? I swear King Tower used to, like, make it so that one wall breaker wouldn't connect.
Clash Royale is a fair and balanced game.
So it is Golem... Oh, wait, I think it's just going to be Lightning. So you might Lightning this.
I hope he does. Yep.
There it is.
Golem's
and good
probably
Nato
not
here.
Gonna connect. Evo Lumberjack getting some great value there.
Oh, but it's just gonna, the
We're
tower's
not
gonna
see
lock on.
connection, but those newly buffed Golemites are gonna put in some work.
Barbro has to come out. Trainer Rain is up on Elixir, so...
Yeah, and is catching up on damage. Because remember, Dolomites now do 100 damage a hit. That's huge.
Yeah, and here
They're
we go.
threatening.
Opposite lane pressure, so Trainer Rain can't pull a trigger on that lightning. But as this Mighty Miner walks closer, he might just go for it. Gonna
And
hold
maybe
on
he's
here.
gonna wait till the next one.
Yeah.
Because when we get into triple, that's when we're gonna see Trainer Rain go crazy.
Oh, the baby dragon.
Oh my
That's a
gosh.
huge mistake.
He's ahead now. He's ahead by a lot.
That was a huge mistake there.
And the
Especially
Freaky
like when you
Cage is gonna do a great job against those wall breakers.
Yeah, the Mighty Miner. Oh wow. And that's great timing on the opposite lane pressure, so that Trainer Rain doesn't have enough elixir to go for that lightning immediately on the Mighty Miner.
Yeah. Now, if you're Trainer Rain right now, you're probably debating whether you should even bother going in again, or if you should rely on your spell cycle.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go in one more time, as triple elixir comes here.
Just keep in mind that Trainer Rain is ahead on damage and has a more impactful spell to cycle, so when push comes to shove, doesn't necessarily need to be using that golem. But no, instead he's letting the miner go completely uncountered.
And already a second miner down. Oh my god.
A huge gambit for Trainer Rain right now, putting all his hopes and dreams on that golem. That's a misplaced Ice Wizard.
He has to spam. He
does. Yeah, no. Like Lumberjack at the bridge right now.
Cannon goes down here. Hold on a second.
Okay,
Just lightning immediately.
Yeah, you got a lightning right now.
Oh, great NATO.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that lightning needs to come down. That golem's never gonna get there in time.
I think Trainer Rain's
Oh my gosh, the splash damage from the baby dragon. Gets on the tower, kills the minions, golem connects, it's over. Trainer Rain takes the set for Undefined.
Wow. Great patience there from Trainer Rain. Setting up with Golem, and at the end he just had a Golem at the bridge.
Indubitably. Also, when am I going to learn my lesson and not be yelling first thing in the morning? My roommate's trying to sleep. I'm so sorry. I don't want to piss off my roommate any more than I already have. When I accidentally hit him with a golf club last night.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, don't mini golf with me and stand within a 5-foot radius.
I actually got to go eat lunch now, so
Are you gonna do a working lunch, or are you just gonna pop out?
I'm just gonna hop out.
All right.
Yeah, have fun casting the rest of the match, man.
Cool beans.
Yeah, I'll see ya.
See ya. Peace. Alright, so now I'm just going to reset the casting booth here, since it's just me. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we are going into set number 3, the 1v1 best of 3 duel set. WeSports and Undefined are now 1-1. So we will see at least set 4 today. Yeah, just you and me, Melody. Here we are. The rosters are in fact on steroids. Thank you, staff chat, for the insightful commentary. Yeah, so 3 minutes to 10 lineups, so we're just gonna chill here and wait. A lot of great gameplay from both teams so far. Trainer Rain just pulling slightly ahead with that beatdown. Going to take a second. Nope. Okay, cool. Alright. So, chat, what are your thoughts on the match so far? So far we are just waiting, only about a minute left to send lineups. Which one person are they going to be nominating? Undefined will be going to Tori. We haven't seen Totori play yet today, but Totori, we know, is a really good 1v1 player from the last time we saw Undefined in action. It's going to be, oh my gosh, Lucas for WeSports. This is about to be a very stacked set. WeSports will be true blue for this set, so they will be on the bottom of your screen for this entire set. And Undefined will be on the top of your screen. I need hydration. I'm getting lightheaded from all this yapping. All right. My goodness. Yeah, so we're just continuing to wait. Alright, Lucas sends out the request. Now we just wait for the acceptance. And then we can get into some actual gameplay. Tori for Undefined. This is going to be crazy. All the matches in this playoff so far, aside from maybe round 1, have been neck and neck. Today will be no exception, I guarantee you. My goodness. As we continue to wait a little longer. Yeah, big sad, I miss Trudeau. Motorists. That's funny. Alright, we are in. So it's going to be Lucas for WeSports at the bottom of your screen. Totori for Undefined at the top of your screen. This is the first game of the 1v1 best of 3 duel set. Open card pool now, but no card repeats between games. Looks like Totori is running a minor bait deck, and Lucas running Ice Wizard, Goblin Hut, probably maybe Graveyard? Though it could be anything at this point, you never know. Here comes the Knight, Evo Knight. Yeah, it's probably going to be Graveyard. Or some weird form of Splash Yard for Lucas. Which now begs the question, what spells are we taking out of the deck pool right now? Okay, Miner connects on the left, does some hefty damage. Totori is in a pretty good lead going into the first half of the match here. Looks like Lucas is running Evo Witch variant of Splash Yard. So not going to see any of that in the future. More Goblin Hut gameplay. Not too much is happening right now, so while Totori is in a lead, it can change at any minute. Here comes that Archer Queen for Kotori. Probably gonna go ability here to kill that knight, and indeed it does. And here comes a graveyard. Evo Witch will not be there to tank for it. Valkyrie's gonna do a pretty good job against it. Evo Knight has to come out, log, everything. Evo Witch dies, Evo Valkyrie dies though. So now, Lucas has to cycle back to a graveyard to get some value for all that other troops. But that's not gonna happen. Archer Queen takes out that push. And we're now in double elixir time, last 30 seconds of the game. Here comes a miner. Gonna be caught by that knight for Lucas. Getting some poor RNG on the right-hand side, only getting 2 hits from that graveyard. 2890, Kotori's still in a pretty commanding lead going into overtime, but it's still anyone's game at this point. Evo Ice Spirit, probably going to do some work. Indeed it does, it stops that knight from defending against a miner. Rocket coming out. The Saxon deck. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But wow, Miner Rocket. Okay. It's going to be very hard for Lucas to come back here. Very hard to break through, and that Rocket is going to do a good job of taking out any of the defenses that Lucas may have for that Miner. So it's just going to be chip, chip, chip until that tower falls. Evo Knight takes out the Archer Queen, but it gets massive value. And then here comes the Berserker, Miner, everything, to try and defend that graveyard. At this point, Kotori doesn't even need to go in on offense, because he has that rocket. He can just rocket cycle and triple and win the game outright. Or just defend, and Lucas probably won't have the opportunity to get that much damage in time, because Kotori's lead is by over 1000 HP. But nonetheless, here comes a miner, try and grow that lead even further, leave no room for interpretation about who the winner of this game will be. Kotori giving us a masterclass in how to counter Splash Yard with miner. And indeed, only 30 seconds left in the match. Can Lucas break through in time, or will Kotori take the first point of this duel set? What's interesting to know is that Lucas is using Barb Barrel and Poison, so 2 very versatile spells that are now out of play for Lucas. Kotori only running Log and Rocket, so a lot more options for the next couple of games here. And indeed, Kotori will take it, and give Undefined the first point in the 1v1 duel set. Giving us a masterclass in Miner Rocket. Yeah. Alright. Lucas has 2 minutes to send the request for game number 2. It's going to be set point for Undefined now. Eugene giving a masterclass in glazing. That's fair. Okay. So just a reminder for you folks just coming in, this is the format for today's match. We are currently in the 1v1 best of 3 duel set. We had WeSports taking the 2v2 set by a wide margin, and Undefined squeaking by the 3v13 at a hill set. And also, just a reminder for those of you just tuning in today, that Vines and Evo Baby Dragon are globally banned for the rest of the season because they were just released. Alright, there's 1 minute remaining to send that request. But yeah, Kotori just had a really good matchup here, and Lucas had a really hard time breaking through. But Lucas, being such a dominant player, being a actual pro, a CRL finalist in 2024, is going to have a really good chance at showing us what it means to play Clash Royale, Clash Royale at a really high level. So, two really stacked players. Two incredibly stacked players. Kotori now has a little under 2 minutes to accept the game, but we are going in right now. It's going to be Lucas for WeSports at the bottom of your screen and Kotori for Undefined at the top of your screen. Set point for Undefined. Kotori immediately coming out with wall breakers, but Lucas countering with Berserker and Ice Spirit. Now here comes Skelly King versus Mighty Miner. We've seen this before. Mighty Miner wins that interaction a lot of the time. Wall breakers now being used, so looks like both teams are running wall breaker cycle. Except when it comes to Kotori, Miner's out. So not seeing Miner wall breaker, instead of seeing the log bait variant that uses Evo wall breakers. And it looks like we're seeing the log bait variant out of both players, so both players are running log bait wall breaker. So this is almost a mirror matchup, just with a few differences between players. Okay. Unfortunately, the log for Lucas doesn't get as much value as he would have wanted, just because that Goblin Gang did not get caught in it. Amazing defense by Lucas, though. Ice Spirit and Berserker and Dark Goblin. Dark Goblin actually coming down the lane for a counter push. Gonna fall to Kotori's Dark Goblin, which will not be allowed to do a hit on his power. Fire Spirit doing a good job against those wall breakers. Wall breaker does connect, though, on the left-hand side for Lucas, bringing Lucas in the lead by about 300 HP or so. Great stuff. Alright. This is going to be a very tough defense for Lucas, but he manages just fine. With one well-placed log and a Berserker, anything's possible. Princess now providing some value for Kotori. Lucas is doing a good job of catching up on Elixir and damage, in fact taking the lead again. Goblin Gang on that barrel. Barrel still gets a stab on that left-hand tower, giving Lucas a little bit more damage. However, it's only apart by 100 HP. It's anyone's game. Both wall breakers are about to connect right now, dealing 800 damage on the right-hand side for Kotori. Still not enough to put him in the lead, but that's a huge start. Returning in kind, Lucas's wall breakers connect, bringing that left-hand tower down to 325. It's going to be very hard to catch up. So their big spells are out. Full connection from Kotori's Goblin Barrel, but Kotori gives up and Lucas takes game number 2. Holy mackerel. I'm sorry, but my voice is tired. As we go into game number 3. I'm definitely going to be chugging all of the tea in the world after this. Yeah. In fact, give me like 5 seconds. Who needs tea when you have coffee, chat? Lucas sends out that request. Totori just waiting on them to accept it. Ah, hot beverage. Alright. That's not correct. Oopsie. So the wrong player accepted, giving WeSports the ever anticlimactic free win for the set. Oh nah. I'm afraid that's peak. Bruh. Totori is not happy about that at all. Oh no. So that's gonna be set. WeSports now has 2 sets, Undefined has 1, as we transition quickly into our 3v3 best of 1. Also known as the Teamwork set. That's so unfortunate. Oh no. What? Set for the 3v3 best of 1 duels. Basically, okay, yeah. So let me explain this to you. It's basically player 1 versus player 1, then player 2 versus player 2, then player 3 versus player 3. No card repeats between teammates. First team to 2 wins in the set wins the set. Hope that makes sense for you. So this is the one where you have to communicate with your teammates to coordinate your deck pool. Otherwise, the teams know what they're doing. They can figure it out. I'm shocked. Frickin' Larry, man. They better send Larry in this set so that he can redeem himself. Alright, so it looks like Undefined will be running Stephen, Totori, and Shadow, with a sub being Asaph, while WeSports will be Titan, Rin, and Bellypelly. Titan coming out for his second set of the day. So it's going to be Undefined for True Blue now, if I recall correctly. It's almost as if there's a rule book right here, Melody. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. If the wrong players from the away team accepts the battle, it'll be a loss by default for the away team. That's the rule. So you were correct in your call. Alright, yeah, so it's going to be Steven versus Titan for this first game of the 3v3 best of 1 duel set. Yeah, I agree with you, chat. Giving a free win in a semifinal set must feel so bad. I'm sure Totori is fuming right now, seething with rage. But it is what it is. It happens. It just happened to happen when there was a lot on the line. Alright, 1 minute remaining for Steven to send his request for Undefined. And the request comes out. It's accepted. We are in and ready to go. Steven for Undefined at the bottom of your screen. Titan for WeSports at the top of your screen for this first game of the 3 vs 3 best of 1 duels. So we need to pay close attention to what cards our players are playing to see what their teammates will be allowed to use in games 2 and 3. This duel set rarely ever goes to game 3 though, for some reason. But alright, here comes out a minor. Alright, Knight takes out the Archer Queen just fine. Question is Titan running Minor Rocket again? Like his teammate, or are we seeing something else? We'll find out in a second. So far, nothing major going on. Looks like Steven is running Splash Yard again. Steven is the Splash Yard GOAT, as we previously discussed. Yep, Minor Rocket. Here we go. Copying Totori's homework at the moment. Can Steven come out on top? Alright. Looks like that Berserker's gonna do a good job countering that Graveyard. Hardly any damage aside from 1 or 2 RNG hits. Poison coming out, gonna counter most of that push at the bridge. Fails to catch that Miner. Evo Knight gonna come out, gonna take full damage from that rocket because it was attacking the Miner. As it's looking kinda bad for Steven right now. Steven is really gonna need to try and break through here if he wants to keep his team alive. Logging that Witch just made it healthier. Here comes an extremely valuable poison, even if the Graveyard doesn't get much damage. Alright, looks like the Witch spawns another round of skeletons, keeping it alive that much longer. Fails to splash on the tower. Alright, as that tower on the right-hand side dwindles ever lower. I have a thought. What if Steven went opposite lane with a Knight and Graveyard balls deep right now? Wouldn't that be a sight? But no, instead he goes same lane. Gonna have an Evo Knight cross the bridge, tank for that graveyard. Evo Valkyrie gonna do a good job stopping all of that. Poison gonna allow that graveyard to do substantial damage. Not quite putting Steven in the lead, especially after that minor connection. And this is gonna get a little scary for Steven, as this is now getting into Rocket Cycle territory, going into triple here. Alright, Knight does not cross the bridge, so that graveyard is entirely undefended, relying solely on RNG hits, of which it gets a few. So now Steven is actually back in the lead, catches the miner with the skeletons, doesn't defend the miner with anything more expensive than skeletons, because it knows it's just going to be blasted with rocket immediately. Good call by Steven. Another rocket coming out very quickly here. This rocket cycle game is unmatched at this stage, and it looks like it might be within one more rocket range, maybe? After this miner, definitely. If this graveyard doesn't kill the tower, it's over for Steven. And it looks like the graveyard is not going to kill. The miner might even finish it off with the help of the Evo Valkyrie, and the tower goes down. Titan takes the first point of 3v3 best of 1. So now, believe it or not, it's going to be match point for WeSports. Going into game number 2 of the set. Now it's going to be Kotori versus Rin for potentially the final game of the match. Doing homework, that's real. I have some homework I should probably be doing right now, but instead I'm streaming. Yay! Alright, in we go. No timeouts used for some odd reason. Alright, it's going to be Kotori for Undefined at the bottom of your screen. Rin for WeSports at the top of your screen. If Undefined wants to stay alive in this match, they absolutely have to win this game. There is a lot of pressure on Kotori right now. I do not envy his position at all. Tesla does not pull the skeleton barrel, and a mistime snowball. It's over. The oops comes out for Kotori. That might have been not only game ending, but match ending mistake right there. And it's probably because there's so many nerves involved right now. Kotori just needs to take a deep breath, lock in, and refocus on how to win this game. I'm kind of surprised Undefined didn't go timeout here, to be honest with you. Okay. A lot of leakage happening by Kotori right now. I do have some stream lag again, I'm so sorry about that. Bomber perfectly countering that skeleton barrel this time around. Good stuff. Goblin Drill gonna go opposite lane now. Gets a few hits on tower. Fire Spirit connects, doesn't kill that Goblin Gain. Now we have a fully charged Skeleton Chain barreling down the lane. Evo Snowball gonna do good at taking care of all of that, along with the Evo Tesla. Still need to see a little more defense come out. Here come the guards, gonna do a good job taking care of all of that noise for a positive elixir trade all together. Berserker comes out at the last possible second to avoid a mortar connection. Fun fact, if you use skeletons and or guards in front of the Chain Tower, you can activate Chain Tower from that mortar placement. It's a very precise trick, but if Rich Slayton showcases it, anyone can do it with practice. That cannon tart's gonna go down, as Kotori tries desperately to claw back some semblance of an advantage. Pre-placing the Tesla right there. Rocket coming out to kill that mortar dead in its tracks for a -2 trade. Reclaiming some of that elixir advantage with a Fire Spirit on a 3 elixir gang for a +2 trade. We're probably going to see some snowball action now. I hate back-placed drills, because goblins come out of the back, so it's never going to connect. Evo Tesla point blank. Kotori fighting for his team's life right now. This is not the matchup you want to have when you're fighting for your life like this. Alright, looks like that Skeleton King will have a lot of connection happening. Bomber going to take out the gang on the right. A lot of damage happening on the left. Bringing the tower down to 1528. Over 1,000 damage from that push. Alright, Arrow's going to do a good job against that drill. Here comes an Evo Snowball trying to get rid of some of that defense. Bringing the tower down to 2087. Not quite enough to be game saving for Kotori. What a matchup. Alright. Drill on tower. Skeleton King gonna defend. Here comes a rocket. Mortar was defended, so we can rocket offensively, as Kotori is actually starting to close the gap a little bit. He might have a shot if he can defend this Evo mortar. Here comes another drill. Bomber's gonna do a good job against that king. Evo mortar goes down. A little bit of damage on that left-hand tower. Needs to cycle 2 more rockets and defend perfectly if he wants a chance. And he has to do it now. Not enough elixir, though, for any of that to happen. Gonna have to be a drill rocket within the next 17 seconds if he wants a chance. Not letting him even attack. Rin doing a fantastic job. Only 10 seconds remaining. Drill has to go now. Rocket has to go now, but it's not going to come down. Keeping the pressure on, preventing any offense as Rin takes the game and the match for WeSports. WeSports will be... Let me add the backing track. WeSports will be your grand finalist facing off against No Mercy. In the grand final next week. Is there anything in the rulebook about admin accepting a match? It's a replay and me yelling at the admin a lot. Alright, let's input the bracket now. And let me tease next week's matches. WeSports, 3 sets, Undefined, 1. Next week, we will see WeSports going against No Mercy for the Grand Championship title. We will also, next week, see Undefined versus Stormbreaker TCF for the bronze medal. So all that and more coming next week, right here on the NSL channel. If you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe on our channel so you don't miss any future live streams, VODs, or highlight reels, or any other miscellaneous uploads that we may choose to do. If you want to keep up with our NSL, make sure you join our Discord, link in the description. Join a team. We have some esports recruiting going on in there. We have some solo events that are in the initial planning phase, so even if you want to participate and you don't have a team, no problem. Otherwise, stay tuned, stay happy, stay healthy, and we will see you next week for the 2 Grand Championship matches. See you then.